What's up, everyone? We are live at 5. Oh, my hands hit each other.
Look at that, hey.
Here at Broadway.com headquarters. I'm Paul Wintark. Oh, it's Monday, November 11th. I'm sorry. I'm Paul Wintark.
And I'm Andy Lefkowitz.
And we're joined by Caitlyn Moynihan.
Hello.
And the fantastic, fabulous, what are the other F words? Funny! Kate Reinders is here.
Yes!
You know and love her from all of her great Broadway turns, but now she's on my favorite new titled show of the season, High School Musical, the series. It's on Disney Plus, which launches tomorrow.
Yes.
We're going to talk all about it, but first, today's top 5.
We found out a little bit more about the upcoming West Side Story revival and what cuts and changes are being made.
Yeah, so this was interesting. We found out this weekend that Ivo Van Hove's upcoming Broadway revival of West Side Story will be trimmed down to kind of fit a new vision that he has for the piece. So this will be an intermissionless, one act.
I heard a 90-minute rumor. I don't know if it's really...
I heard 2 hours, but let's say 145.
Well, Grand Hotel was 2 hours and 1 act.
All right.
It was fun.
Hey, I'm comfy with that.
Yeah.
But this is kind of cool. So he did an interview with Vogue, and he kind of talked about how his vision for West Side Story was that he wants to kind of increase the velocity of this story, that this whole thing happens in 48 hours. So as a result, he's made some cuts. I Feel Pretty will not appear in this production.
You're saying this so casually,
I know.
like whenever we do a classic.
I'm just reporting. I'm not editorializing here, Paul. Okay, no emotion. No, I Feel Pretty. The Somewhere Ballet will be cut as well. And the version of America that appeared in the 1961 film adaptation will appear in this revival, as opposed to the version that appeared in the 1957 original Broadway production.
I remember it was different. Did it have more guys in it? Is that what it was? It was more like all the shark. I think it's more of that.
Yeah. So, and also, you know, this will have new choreography, the first time in the U.S. Anne Teresa de Keersmaker will make her Broadway debut. She's a Belgian choreographer. Performances begin next month, December 10th, at the Broadway Theater. So
they're also another rumor I'm just going to throw out there is I heard there's some live video work happening.
Okay.
Like people are going to be filming video. Maybe I heard during the show.
Surprise me.
Not the audience as part of the show.
Okay.
And also they're doing 2 months of previews.
Yes.
So it starts December 10th.
Over the holidays too.
So there's a lot of time. This is a very new experimental. I love new visions. I'm into a new vision.
Yeah.
The thing that I find really interesting is that Stephen Sondheim was so vocally against the changes in Porgy and Bess. Remember when Porgy and Bess came back and he like wrote an open letter? But I went back to look at what he really said, and he was actually complaining about them adding things to it. So maybe he's okay with taking things away.
And you know, Sondheim has gone on record in the past as to saying he's not really thrilled with the lyrics that he crafted for I Feel Pretty.
Yeah, he's always said that. Yeah, you're right.
So,
you're right. He's always said that was like his weakest
And also,
lyric.
it's worth noting that Ivo Van Hove has the blessing of the estate of the creators and Sondheim, who's 89 years old, to go ahead with these changes. So I'm excited about seeing this production.
And then that movie comes out next year, which is going to be like very well. That has some changes too, right? Some new characters. I don't know. It's interesting.
So we'll see, guys.
And this upcoming play revival is going to get some sweet new tunes.
So Plaza Suite is happening with Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick, directed by the fantastic John Benjamin Hickey, who is in The Inheritance right now. And basically, we found out that Mark Shaman is going to write some music for it. You know, you need some good tunes for a Neil Simon play. You need some good incidental music. It doesn't mean they're going to be belting out. There's not going to be any big duets for Sarah Jessica Parker and Matthew Broderick.
Wait,
it just means underscore music. It's a play. This is starting previews March 13th, 2020, after a run in Boston.
And Paul Whitty is heading to the Rock.
Yeah, guys. So Paul Whitty, Broadway alum who has a bunch of credits, will join Come From Away on Broadway tomorrow in the role of Oz. He's going to replace Gino Carr, who played his final performance yesterday.
He's original cast, right, Gino?
Gino is. Okay. And Paul has been on Broadway in Getting the Band Back Together, Amelie, Once, and The Full Monty. And he's going to be joining alongside Becky Gulsvig, who is going to begin as Beverly Bass, and Emily Walton, who's going to begin as Janice, all starting tomorrow. So there you go.
And there's going to be a grand reunion happening in a hotel tonight.
At a Yotel. It's Grand Yotel tonight. Grand Hotel is my favorite musical. I talk about it all the time.
Is it?
Anyway,
Is
I didn't
it?
know that.
well, it's
Yeah.
one of my favorite theatrical experiences. I have a
Okay.
jacket. Anyway, tonight at Yotel, actually at the Yellow. This is confusing. The Yellow Pavilion in the Fig Room, next to the Green Room 42 in the Yotel. It's a lot of names. Anyway, original cast members will be reuniting, including Karen Akers, Timothy Jerome, Walter Wilson, who's also directing, and he wrote the script, and John Snyder, who took over the role of the Baron and played it for many times in the run. He's also in Dukes of Hazzard, you may remember. And Judy Kay. Anyway, it's the 30th anniversary of Grand Hotel, and a bunch of ensemble members, original ensemble members are there, and it's happening tonight at 7 and 9:30. So if you don't have anything to do, you can't get into the 7 o'clock show. Trust me, I tried.
Sold out.
9:30 if you want to go over to the Yotel for some Grand Yotel.
Oh, what? I like that.
That was good. That was good. And yes, some major congratulations are in order for this Broadway love story.
Yeah, so Anthony Rapp announced this weekend that he and his longtime love, Ken Ithafal, were engaged. This is wonderful, exciting news. The two of them have been dating since January 2016. And as we all know, Anthony Rapp is most known in Broadway circles for originating the role of Mark Cohen in Rent, which he reprised in the film adaptation. And today on screen, he's most known for his turn as Paul Stamets on Star Trek Discovery. Congratulations to them. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's what else?
What?
What else?
Oh
Oh,
my
also I
gosh.
want to throw out what just recouped? Hadestown.
Oh my God, Hadestown.
Hadestown
Money back.
recouped. Congratulations to anyone who put money into Hadestown,
Yeah,
because now
Hadestown.
every trip down to Hadestown means cash.
There
So
you go.
congratulations.
Yes,
Hadestown's a big hit.
Hadestown.
We did a fresh face with Andrew Burnap from The Inheritance. If you haven't seen The Inheritance yet, you'll know he plays Toby Darling. I like to say it like that. It's just really Toby Darling, but I like saying
Toby, darling.
Toby Darling.
Darling.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I had Marissa Tomei on Show People. That went up. That was amazing to have her here. Tina opened. Anyway, there's a lot. We have a feature on the men from the Frozen tour. Anyway, there's a lot to do. But Kate Reinders is here. So let's get to that. Thank you, Andy.
You bet it, Paul.
Hey, Caitlyn,
Yes.
why don't you tell everyone about today's guest?
Gladly, yes. We got Kate Reinders here with us in the studio. As we said before, she's currently appearing in the new show, High School Musical, the series. This High School Musical, I did it wrong. High School Musical, the series. 2 colons, 2 subtitles, which just means it's amazing. You guys may know her. She's been on Broadway many a times for her roles. She was in Wicked. She was in Beautiful. She was in Into the Woods. She was in Something Rotten. She's an icon. We have a lot to talk about. Make sure you follow her on social media at Kate Reinders and leave all of your questions in the comments below. Please welcome Kate and Paul.
Thank you. Thank you, Caitlin. And The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. I got thrown. She didn't mention The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. That was a long time ago.
That's where it all began.
That's where it all began. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
So good to see you.
You too.
I just watched your TV star.
Well.
I'm into it. So, okay, we have to get to this because I love this title. Let's explain the title that messed up Caitlin because it's
really
confusing.
threw me. It threw me for a
confusing.
loop.
And when I first heard the title, I was like, what is happening? And I thought about it and I was like, I love this. So, this is a new TV show. It's on the brand new platform Disney Plus.
It's on Disney Plus.
Which launches tomorrow officially. You can download the app and become a subscriber and get
and
all
there's
this amazing.
so many things on it.
Yeah, you were talking
but
about how
mainly
many.
us.
But yeah, it's a brand new show, High School Musical, the series. So we all know there's a High School Musical movie franchise. There were
Right.
3 movies, correct?
Yes,
Yeah.
big hit franchise for
Yeah.
Disney.
Yeah. Some of the stars kind of did well.
Oh no, some of these kids that they just sort of found ended up being mega stars like Zac Efron.
Yeah.
Have you heard of him?
Yeah,
Have you
Vanessa
heard of his
Hudgens,
abs?
Corbin Bleu, who can now tap dance, and
all of 'em.
Yeah, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
amazing, it's an amazing, big thing for
Yep,
for
huge thing.
for a huge generation,
Yeah.
big generation, and multiple generations. I loved it too. Were great movies, and then everyone was like, "This should be a musical." So there actually
right.
is a musical.
Okay, so there actually is a musical, and funny
The-
thing is that when I was in Wicked just a couple of years ago,
Former
and
Glinda.
I was Glinda, that's when they had that idea, and so they got a bunch of the Broadway kids of that time,
Yeah.
circa a while ago.
Did you do like a reading or something?
Yeah, we did workshops.
Oh, you did
We a couple
workshops.
It was really, really fun, and I have been saying I was Sharpay by day and Glinda by night.
Oh my God, you were Sharpay?
Mhm,
I
of
love
course
that.
I was.
Okay.
And I had amazing pink,
Yes.
clothing, and it was great.
So there's this musical version of High School Musical
Well,
that
so
is
yeah, so they
out
turned it
there,
into a
and it's
musical.
been done a lot. It hasn't been done on Broadway, but it's been done almost everywhere else.
Yes, a lot of our friends have been in it
Sure.
around the country.
And so this is a brand new.
So that is one colon. That is what we're saying. So
Right. High
there's
School
High
Musical,
School Musical,
the
movies.
musical.
Then there is High School Musical, the musical, the stage version.
Right.
Now,
from the mind of Tim Federle,
which you guys,
who we
is
love.
an amazing mind.
He's from Broadway. We love him. He had this idea, right? He can help conceive it,
Yeah.
right? And
No, it was his idea.
It's his idea.
And
Because
yeah.
he's a genius.
Yeah, and he go ahead,
He
sorry.
knows how to write scripts and he knows how to write cocktail recipes. He does
And
a
he
lot.
knows how to write books.
And tweets. He does a lot of
yeah.
good things really well.
And Broadway shows. Did we already say that?
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah.
I cried. Okay, but
So-
this show,
So-
let's start with Miss Jen, shall we?
I mean, we can.
Okay, this is a series.
Okay, so I'm
It's
probably
not
not going to.
the actual show's not confusing, by the way.
Okay, but let me explain what Tim pitched.
Yes.
My understanding
Sure.
is that Tim then said to Disney,
Yeah.
okay, so what if the show is a bunch of kids who are in high school putting on High School Musical, the
Yes,
musical?
perfect.
I did that. That was the Coleman
Right.
sound effect.
Yeah,
So,
and I love things that are you have to kind of be meta to
it's
make.
super meta.
But it's like a
But
really
now we go
great
even
meta.
deeper. So then what our show is, it's a group of high school students in a drama department. But the high school that we're talking about is the actual one in Salt Lake
Where it
City
was
where they
filmed.
filmed the movies.
And that's East High.
East
Is
High.
that a real school?
It's a real school.
Oh, it's a real school.
So we shoot there on the weekends because there are real kids that go there.
Okay.
So we're actually in Salt Lake City.
But who is Miss Jen?
Miss Jen
Because
is the
literally
star
the
of
first
the
the first
show.
moment of the first you kind of are. The first moment of the first episode is you. You're getting out of your car. You're a teacher, correct?
Yes, so Miss Jen is
what's
the new
Miss-
drama teacher.
But what's
at
Miss
East
Jen's
High.
connection to the High School Musical movies?
She was in it.
So who was Miss Jen in the movie?
Well, you're gonna have to watch to find out.
A
But you
pretty- she
wanna
was a
watch them,
pivotal-
don't you?
She was a pivotal part of the original movies. And
Clearly,
now some
It's
years
just
have gone by.
It's so silly that people think of Zac Efron and Vanessa Hudgens when they should be thinking of Miss Jen.
And Miss Jen has had an acting career. She's been
She's
pursuing
been to New
the
York and now
theater.
she's back home again.
She had her New
And
York moment.
yes,
What happened
and
in New York? Do we know?
We'll
find out.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll find out.
A
Some
little
stuff.
bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of shh. We can't say it's Disney. I don't
Was
know.
she ever Glinda? She never quite got to.
I think she maybe was never quite Glinda, but in her heart,
Yes.
she should have been.
So she's going to teach now, and so she shows up at the school, and she's the one who's kind of like,
She's like,
you
duh.
have to do High School Musical, the
1:
musical.
the
There's a
musical.
musical of this, guys,
Yes,
and
she
we're
was-
at the school.
Yeah, exactly.
Because she's a genius,
Yeah.
like
and,
Tim Federle. Okay, so that's
Well,
the idea.
she is, Tim Federle. She's from the brain of Tim Federle,
No.
which is why I have the best lines and everything.
You have great lines. This is an amazing part for you. I love
really
when
is.
I see someone I really like get an amazing platform, an amazing. I mean, really, this is gonna
Thank
be
you so
this is
much.
gonna be really great for you because you're really fun. We all like you on the Broadway, but I'm glad that
gonna make me
the-
cry a
all
little
those
bit.
Disney. I mean, Disney. That's a big audience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Are you excited?
And, yes, and last night we watched it because we DVR'd it from Friday night.
Yeah,
and
they
right-
premiered. The first episode premiered over on Friday.
Yeah,
yes.
and right when we turned it on, right when I came on, Luke said, "It's mommy."
Luke
So
is
that's why
your
I'm so
adorable
excited that I'm going to be on
2-year-old.
Disney because now he'll watch it.
So now, so Luke will finally figure out who the heck you are.
He'll be like, "That's where you've been." Yeah.
That's great. He said, "There's mommy."
Yeah. But unfortunately,
Aw.
he thinks that I look that pretty all the time when it takes a lot of work. He's used to me at,
He
5:30
loves
in
all
the
the
morning.
versions of you.
Yeah.
So, how excited are you for this to come out? I mean, what do you think of it? It looks like the first episode is so much fun. There's all
Yes.
these amazing kids in it.
Yes, and the thing is, the more it goes on, you're going to see that it's not like we have leads and then like little parts for kids. Like all of the kids are going to have big shiny moments. So just wait.
So, were you a little? You filmed it obviously in Salt Lake City.
In Salt Lake City.
Were you a little Miss Jen with the cast? You have your Broadway resume.
It's really hard to not.
They know. I mean, you're coming in
little.
very seasoned Broadway actress.
I don't know if they need my help, honestly. No, but I can't help but be a little bit of like the I want to say like the den mother, but
Yeah,
it's like,
sure.
yeah, the sorority mom, the whatever. I'm the mother.
Yeah.
My trailer door is always open, and so I was just there mainly to lend an ear and a tissue and tell them that I know it feels like it's the end of the world now, because when I was your age, it was definitely the end of the world.
Right.
So let it be the end of the world.
Yeah.
And then when you're my age, you'll realize that this is just like the most exciting moment ever and just try to love it.
And
you
these
know?
aren't like 25-year-old kids playing
No.
kids.
No,
These
we've
they're
got
pretty
kids.
young.
We've got a tutor on set, okay?
Okay.
And they pumpkin at a certain hour. So you know what that means, which I didn't know until now, is that when you're not the youngest, you come first, you leave last.
Okay, got it.
But you also need the most work, so.
Did you have fun actually filming it? What was
it was so
I mean, because
wonderful.
it is you're making theater on film. I mean,
No, it's like I'm telling you, like I've done tons of theater. I've done a lot of TV, and this is the first time that it's all together. And so I am living my dream, and I really still can't believe it's real.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I can't believe it.
I love it. So were you a fan of the movies? Did you watch them when they
Well,
came
I watched
out?
them before I did the workshop.
Because you did like I'm gonna play Sharpay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So what do you think that they tapped into? I mean, it's so interesting because it was kind of like a way for Broadway energy to be taught to a new generation, right? At that time, I remember I was kind of like, these are like real Broadway music, which is why everybody wanted the first call-in to happen.
Yeah. No, I mean, what's your question exactly?
How does this brand, like, why is this brand so powerful?
Why is it so powerful?
And it's so cool that it keeps sort of getting reinvented.
I mean, I think that for the kids back then, it was just more of like, it finally kind of made musicals cool.
Yeah.
But, you know, and you don't want to say this, but like if you actually listen to the lyrics in the songs, we're all in this together.
Mm-hmm.
Once we know that we're all stars, and we see that, and it talks about, you know, the differences are the things that make us one. I mean, like it's kind of beautiful. It's kind of like a great find your tribe, and you're not an outsider, or if you are an outsider, you're not alone in feeling that way.
Right.
Which is sort of a Dear Evan Hansen thing too.
Sure.
I mean, kids have been feeling this way for a long time.
No, we should say they're already committed to doing a season 2. So congratulations.
Yes, we're doing a season 2.
So you already know like your next thing. Like this is this.
Yeah. I'm doing this.
That gives you great
I
comfort.
keep doing it.
Doesn't that give you great comfort when you know like we're doing a season 2?
Are you kidding? Yes. When you get to be my age, the only thing you hope is that you will work again.
Right.
And so the fact that that this isn't over yet is just.
I never worry about you working again. What High School Musicals did you do before The Adventures of Tom Sawyer on Broadway?
Well, you would like to know that when I was a senior, I did Maria in The Sound of Music. When I was a junior, I did Marion the Librarian in The Music Man, wearing braces. And when I was a sophomore, I played Reno Sweeney in Anything Goes.
Oh, I love that.
And
I was going to say, is there anything saucy in the mix?
I was probably
Because you're
about...
such a great blend of those types.
Listen, my soul was super saucy. But like I was like 4'10", maybe 5 feet tall, maybe 95 pounds, like the skinniest, flattest rail of all. I could not walk in heels. But you know, I listened to that cast album, and I really tried to like channel my Patti LuPone.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And I think I did pretty well for considering.
Yeah. Considering.
But nobody needs to ever see that. Please, I hope it doesn't exist.
Oh, that'd be great if it existed.
You know who I'm talking? I'm talking to you. You destroyed that tape.
Are there great?
It's like nobody has a VHS player anyway. It's fine.
You
We're
can
fine.
get
We're
it
safe.
transferred.
No.
Hey, you know, you've done a lot. How many Broadway shows have you done, actually?
I think 8.
Okay, 8. Which of those roles could you, like, if you had to emergency drop in, which would you be best at knowing right now?
Why are you doing my actor's nightmare in real life?
I'm just
Asking
wondering,
her?
like, which one would be the easiest?
None. I couldn't do any of them. But you know what, actually, but the one that I would really like to do would be, I think, Beautiful. Because I feel like I just started, and then I you know, it's because when it, what is it?
It's,
rains
well,
and
it just,
pours,
it
or
just
it's
closed, my dear.
That's what I'm saying. So
That was the
can't
one.
happen again. But maybe no.
That one's
Two
freshest in your mind.
Yeah, but I was just getting the groove in that one, and I really loved. And I also felt like too, you know, I was really young when I was Glinda, and so I was just sort of trying to do what they wanted me to do and like be what I thought I was supposed to be.
Right.
And now I feel like I would be
You
better.
have all kind of fresh
at it.
ideas
Yeah,
for
or no,
Glinda?
or I would just be more confident and more relaxed, and therefore it would be more fun for me. But I think that's why maybe Beautiful was more fun. But also I was actually playing a woman.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Cynthia Weil was her name.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's a badass woman. Can I say that? She's awesome.
Hey, Caitlyn, what are people online saying?
Yes. No, this is it. I love this question. So Corey wants to know, how did you get along with your drama teacher in high school, and what was that relationship
Yeah, did you have a Miss
Yeah.
Jen?
Yeah, I didn't. I had a Mr. Welling, and he was my choir director because I didn't have a drama department. I went to a tiny little Christian school. But Mr. Mark Welling, and he taught me music when I was in like middle school and then also high school. And yeah, and I used to babysit for him.
Oh, wow. That's fun. I love
He's the
that.
greatest.
So Shayna wants to know that if there could be a TV show made about your experience in one of your 8 Broadway shows, what TV show would you want there to be?
Well, like a behind-the-scenes
Yeah.
show. I'm into
Well,
this.
do we want it to be
Start
a
writing,
comedy
Tim
or a
Federle.
drama or
I want some
horror.
hijinks. I want
All
some
of
hijinks.
All of it.
Oh, jeez. Blood on the floor. I don't know. Maybe you would. Maybe Good Vibration. Good Vibrations was an
Good Vibrations was.
You can't
if
make
you guys
that up.
don't remember,
You can't make that stuff up.
they made a Beach Boys musical.
I had to wear a bikini
She
in
was
front
in
of
it.
people.
There were a lot of inflatable balls in that
Clearly,
show.
I would not be starring in this because nobody needs to see me in a bikini ever again.
So maybe season 2 could be Miss Jen teaches them all good vibrations.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
Love that.
Then
I remember
would be fired.
surfboards, and I remember a lot
Beach
of
balls?
bathing suits, beach balls and
Surfboards.
surfboards. That's
Yeah,
what I
that's about
remember.
it.
And then I remember the cast being relieved when it opened
Yeah.
because it kept changing.
Yeah, it kept changing.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
I mean, it had a lot of good stuff.
I know.
Good intentions. is
Good
what
my friends
vibrations,
know
good
and I call it.
intention.
Yes, I love it. Okay, Mackenzie wants to know, what is your favorite part about working with the kids in the High School Musical series?
Oh, I mean, they're so great, and they're such good kids, and so it's exciting to watch them deal with this because it's just the beginning.
With the attention
With
and the
the
press.
attention, it's
and-
just beginning. But we had a lot of press the past weeks, and we were just in Washington Square Park, and we did this little pop-up
Oh, right.
performance thing.
Yeah,
and we
yeah.
were leaving, and a couple of the boys got mobbed by some teenage girls that wanted their pictures with them, and I was just like, yeah, get ready,
Right.
this is what it's gonna be now.
Wow.
And they have the girls have no idea that they're the sweetest kids in the world.
Are any of them like theater kids, or are they all film and TV kids?
Some we have a little bit of each
Okay,
of all.
okay.
Yeah. So
Cool.
yeah, but they're all musical. I mean, they're all talented in one way or another. And we
Sure.
actually have a couple hidden talents that don't even necessarily go with the roles that they play, which I think will then be surprises later.
Oh,
Love
like
that.
that.
So we got some questions about your Broadway life. So, Zip. I'm sorry if I pronounced that wrong. Zip would like to know, which of your former co-stars or castmates made you laugh the most, on or off stage?
Oh,
Honor us.
who makes you laugh?
Who makes me laugh? David Burtka.
Oh, David Burtka.
Oh my gosh.
You guys
Okay,
were in
so
Gypsy
listen,
together.
We were in Gypsy.
You had a very
If
public friend
know,
romance.
If you know Gypsy very well, you know that June and Tulsa run away at the end of
Yes.
Act 1.
Spoiler,
So
yes.
we had a whole Act 2 for shenanigans and hijinks. And we would be in our underwear, basically, because I would be wig cap, bloomers, sports bra, and with a robe, we'd be running around backstage just doing stuff I can't repeat. And we had so much fun. But he made me laugh on stage too, because it was back when the White Stripes had that song that was I think I smell a rat. Oh, I think I smell a rat. Right? And so we would listen to that all the time. And then we would get on stage, and during Mr. Goldstone, we all had to sit there quietly. He would look at me and be like, get it? Do you get what I'm saying? I think I smell anyway, okay, maybe that's a little too insider joke, but it was great.
You two fell in love with each other.
Yeah.
You also
I
were in
love
something
him.
rotten. There must have been a lot of people making you laugh in that show.
Oh my
the
gosh.
whole cast.
Come on.
Cast of clowns.
It really
You
is.
included.
Oh, we had the best time. Something Rotten was really fun.
Yes. Yes, I love it. All right, we can do one more question.
Okay.
And Georgia wants to know what has been the biggest learning curve or biggest surprise difference for you doing TV versus live theater? And they say lots of love from Ireland.
Oh, thank you, Ireland. Thank you.
Well, you've been balancing both.
Yeah.
For a while, but
the hardest part, I would say, is just the technical stuff, you
Yeah.
know, and it's the things that you don't think about. This is going to be such a boring answer, but honestly, it's like when you're doing a scene and you're going to do it like 25 times. You're going to do a big wide master. You're going to do it this way. You're going to do it that way. You're going to come in a little bit. You're going to get over the shoulder. You're going to But if I'm doing this, and this is the thing too, Miss Jen sometimes she has trouble with objects. So if I'm going to do a trouble with objects, I need to remember how I do it here, and then how I did it exactly when I was saying my big long page speech, because I'm the teacher, so I might talk a lot. And so it was just that sort of thing where I was like, I need to know my lines so well that I can literally be thinking, this page, go, this page, or, you know. Anyway, stuff like that I did not think about until I was right there doing it.
Right.
And then also, you know, things that I'm like, ooh, I did that for the master. I have to do that all day long.
You're thinking about like what the director's thinking. You can't just be like lost in doing it because you have to be kind of
it's technical.
Yeah.
And you have to do it a bunch of times too. So like and then we did a couple like more emotional scenes, and so the director actually would come to me, because that's another thing. When you're a theater person, you do it one time and you give it all, and that's it. And so it was whatever. And we, even in the rehearsal, we did it, and she was like, whoa. She's like, you gotta save it. She's like, save it till I tell you to bring it. So I was like, okay, because it was like, you have to keep it right here so you can explode, but you can't let it, because you gotta go back and do it another time or 10, you know?
Wow.
So I'm learning on my feet a little bit.
Yeah, I love it. Well,
But it's fun.
Well,
It's really
everyone
fun.
can see the fruit of your labor starting tomorrow. So it's going to roll out every week?
Every week
Okay.
on Fridays at 8, I believe.
Okay, cool.
But on Tuesday, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
Wait,
Yeah.
isn't this? No, yeah. Tuesday,
Tomorrow is the launch day.
It's the launch day. You will be able to see the first one. And then Friday already the second one.
So you get 2 in 1 week.
Yeah.
It's like a bonus week.
Bonus.
So you can figure out, I mean, you can download this everywhere. It's going to be in all of your devices.
Yeah.
Right, Apple
Yeah,
Plus.
you can watch it
everyone,
anywhere.
no, I'm sorry, not Apple Plus, Disney Plus. There's so
How
many
dare
new
you.
streaming services, though.
It is
This
true.
is on
It's
Disney. The
taken over
Disney
the
one,
world.
like you said, it has all the Marvel stuff, and I mean, it's crazy
Has
library.
Star Wars, Marvel,
Yeah.
Fox,
Yeah.
everything Disney.
Yeah, and Kate Reinders. We like it.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you so
for
much.
coming in. Hey, everyone, get into season 1 of High School Musical, the musical, the series. Get into it. Hey, Caitlyn, why don't you take us out?
Yes. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We are live at 5 every single weekday here on Facebook. You can listen to us wherever you get your podcasts by searching for #live at 5 and hitting that subscribe button. Have a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow.